welcome back to another great week of Twisted Transitions. I'm your host, DJ JayBook, and we are back yet again, baby. Another great week, third week of September, but neither here nor there. We got the new setup going on, and I'm just excited, man. I'm excited because I put a lot of time and effort into revamping this whole thing and getting this thing to look, a little bit crispier and stuff. We switched up cameras. I think I figured out what the issue with the camera was. I don't know if you guys remember a couple of shows back where the camera cut off and stuff on me, but you could still hear me. But I think I got it resolved. We're testing it out here today. We're testing out a few things and stuff here today. We're testing out a new time today. Today we are here at 6, only because I have a Zoom call at 7. So I do have to jump off and stuff this evening, but I still wanted to have a show, and I still wanted to give you guys some great info because I've got some great stuff once again for you guys. So if you could do me a favor in the chat, please let me know if you can hear me okay, if you can hear everything good. Am I too loud? Do I need to come down some? Are you good? Because once I start, I'm off to the races, man. So please let me know in the chat whether or not you can hear me well. All levels and stuff are great. You'll see me kind of look over and stuff here slightly, only because I now have a monitor and stuff here to where I can kind of see what's happening. So that's why I'll be looking at all your comments and everything there. So if you could just let me know in the chat whether or not you can hear me, just give me a thumbs up or just anything, just a little something to let me know that everything's okay. Let's see. Somebody, anybody, everybody scream. I hate when the old school cats do that. There we go. Okay. Good. Yeah. So like I said, the early time this week is because I have a Zoom call at 7 today. It was the only time the couple could do the call. So I had to do it when they could do it. So I still want to give you guys a show. So let's dive right into it. So this past weekend, I had a tailgate event, and I was able to bring out the latest booth and stuff that I got here. This is pretty much what my basic setup is going to look like and stuff here. Now, this is I think the Mesa booth from I think it's Pro X. It's a Pro X stand. It worked out pretty well. It wasn't bad and stuff at all. It was a very quick setup. The scrim and stuff, you can get a black one or a white one to go around it. And I brought back out the QSCs, and I rocked them. The QSCs were actually, they sounded fantastic on the Rev 7 and stuff this past weekend. But this weekend kind of gave me an opportunity to play some of the newer music and stuff that I have, that I've been downloading and working on, and just kind of working on, the mixes and stuff like that, because it was a tailgate one. So, it wasn't going to be a whole lot of dancing, but it does give you a chance to kind of play around with some music. And I was able to do so. This is what it looked like from the front here, and this is what it looked like from behind. You can see you can get a little messy and stuff from behind there. But the Rev 7 was all geared up. It was ready to go. No issues there. Microphone and everything worked great on it. No issues at all. I could let cords kind of hang behind this thing, which is different than before, because you remember when I had the event table 2, I had to line all my cords up and get them all nice and neat and clean. On this one, you don't have to do all that, but I still may practice that just so I don't get sloppy. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But I really, like I said, I really got to dive into some music, and they absolutely ate it up. The people who were walking by and the people who were actually there, they were eating it up, and I was just having a good time with it, just playing stuff that I don't always get to play, and playing some new stuff that I've never heard me put together and stuff before. So I like what I heard. I like what I saw, and I am definitely going to be using this setup for my more basic events, events that I, may have that you may only have like 50 people, or like corporate events, or, maybe even a small wedding or something like that. But, I now have 3 setups pretty much. So, which is great. Now, I had a picture of the case for my larger setup, and I forgot to put it on here, but the case is built. I'll take some pictures and stuff this Saturday so you can see the setup and stuff that's going to go in the case, that's going to go in the trailer. That is all ready to go, and so it will be delivered and stuff here Saturday to me. I actually had my girlfriend's cousin's husband is a carpenter, and he was able to build me something extra lovely that will work for me and get the job done. So that's always a plus. All right, so let me jump in the chat and stuff and say what's up to some people and stuff. Like I said, you'll see me looking over here to the screen. That's just so I can see your comments and everything on there. All right, so DJ K, what's up, man? Just Jeff, what's happening? Yeah, early start time and stuff today. It's all good. We'll go back to 7 and stuff next week. DJ, I love saying your name. J Torture. I hope I say it right. J Torture. Ryan Michaud. I hope I said that right, Ryan. What's happening? DJ Lilo, what's going on? Yeah, it's a quick, and DJ K, yes, it is a quick, easy setup. Even when I take that skirt off and it's just bare bones and stuff to it, it collapses like what's those things those guys play? I can't remember. It's an instrument, but anyway, it collapses very easily, fits right into a case. I'm pretty sure that case is going to get beat to hell, but it's all good. But it all fits right in there, and I'm able to just put it on the cart and roll it right out. So it is fantastic. So with that said, let's jump into some topics and stuff today. I've got 4 topics for you here today. And you have to excuse me if I'm going a little quick. I just want to make sure that I get through these topics, and then if I have enough time at the end, I'll do a quick Q&A and stuff with you. But I'm kind of pressed for time here. All right. So our first topic and stuff today, since we're talking about booths, I want to talk about this booth. I don't like this booth. I do not like this booth. I don't like TV. I mean, you guys remember in a recent video, a recent podcast that I did, a recent episode, I said that, having TVs and stuff like that it's almost time to retire TVs and stuff. Like, okay, at weddings and most events that you do, you're not going to play music videos. I mean, you just most of them you can't. I mean, let's be honest here. Unless you're playing older music, you're not going to be able to play a lot of videos and stuff on this guy, because the videos are going to be way too raunchy to be able to play anywhere. Plus, instead of dancing, people are going to be looking at this thing. And that's aggravating. To me, it's aggravating in a sense because we are DJs first and then showmen second. So I think it should be more focused on the music portion of it. Now, for those who have that wooden roll-in setup and stuff, I get it. You want to put, day of pictures, and you want to put monograms and stuff on there. I'm cool with that. This right here that I'm talking about is the folks who are still DJing with, videos and things like that come up on their lyrics to a song and all that. Like, it's time to dead stuff like this. It really is. And this stand right here is like, it's one of those easy ways to get a TV out to an event. And it's not really friendly when it comes to setups. You can put a white scrim and stuff around it if you wanted to. It looks like the white version of what I already had out there, but it's still, like, I think a TV is just kind of a dying thing. Because think about it, if you only just put a monogram image. Let's say you get them to do a monogram and it's a motion monogram and it just keeps doing the same thing over and over and spelling out their name. I know they feel special at that moment, but after that, it's just like any other monogram. You know, if you put one on the wall, if you put one on the dance floor, if you put one on the TV, I mean, it's for that quick second and then it's over. I mean, you can't really, can you upsell this thing? Can you say, oh, well, this setup is going to include a TV, so you're going to have to charge another $250 or $200 for this thing? I mean, I guess if you make a decent amount of money off of it, you could still use it. But if you're going to use it for music videos, I don't see the purpose in that. It's a distraction. If you're going to take live photos, that may be a great thing. But again, what are people going to do when you're putting up photos from the event that day? Or if you're doing a slideshow, they're going to stop dancing and point and try to find themselves. And that's what you don't want, a distraction. These to me are more of a distraction than anything. I just think it's time to go ahead and retire anything that has a TV on it, unless you have one of those wooden booths that are already, you know, put together and all that stuff. You just don't want to cause any distraction from your dance floor. You don't. That's just my personal opinion. Like I said, I just think you're a DJ first and then you're a showman second. If you don't agree with me, let me know. Let me know. I'm not hating on the booth. If you love the booth, that's cool. That's cool. I just think, and I don't see a lot of DJs and stuff here in my area. I don't see a lot of DJs in the South who still use stuff like this. Like, you may have a few, but not many. A lot of people are going to furniture and going to like more like just regular stands and stuff for their setup and stuff now. And I think that's the current wave. I think that, you know, people are just kind of getting away from this. I think it's not an eyesore, but like I said, I just think it's a distraction. But we could talk about it and stuff in the comments and stuff down below, you know, or let me know in the chat and stuff. You know, what are your thoughts on it? How do you feel about it? Because I'm against it. I wouldn't want to borrow this from somebody if I was going to another area. I wouldn't want this booth. I had the option to get this booth, but I just didn't want it. I didn't want it. Let's see what's happening in the chat. Why it's good? Yes, sir. Carly. That's good. I love this booth. Okay, DJ J Torch. I love this booth. We own 2 of them, and I'm a video DJ. Okay, yeah. Like I said, if you're a video DJ, you do animated monograms. So if they pay for it, yeah. If you're making money and stuff off of it, you're not the audience that I'm speaking about. You're definitely not. Looks front heavy. It definitely does look front heavy. And large crowd will block the screen. Right. You can't even see it if people on the dance floor anyway. My opinion, and I do say my opinion, give that thing a burial plot. See? Oh man. See, I think the masses may be with me on this one, but we'll see. That's yet to be determined. That's just my thought. I wanted to tell you about it because I saw it as an option whenever I was looking for, you know, the booth that I showed you that I got. I saw that as an option. I was just like, why is this one selling out? Like, it was like sold out literally. But I think that maybe in the northern area, maybe it's more popular. I see a lot of those guys and stuff on YouTube when you're up there in the Pennsylvania and higher area. Like, you know, I see these guys still use TVs and all that stuff, and that's fine. That may work and stuff up there. But I mean, down here, we rarely get that. I'm really thinking about taking a TV option off of my brochure, off of my offers and stuff altogether. It just, I don't know. It doesn't hit like it used to. Just my opinion. Okay. Next topic. We're going to talk about this. I got a call and stuff last week, and I've had inquiries and stuff before about rehearsal dinners. Now, you guys let me know in the chat and stuff whether or not you guys play rehearsal dinners. But let me just tell you, I think for a DJ, rehearsal dinners are the biggest waste of time. I think it is a complete waste of time. Now, hear me out. They want you to play karaoke for them sometimes that night. This is what I've had this stuff before. The lady who called me, she wanted me to do karaoke for them the night before and then play music then. And then I've had people in the past want me to do the rehearsal dinner to where I like kind of give them a like a party, like do a party and stuff for the rehearsal dinner and then do the reception. It's like, wait, what? Like that's too much. That's twice now that I have to DJ and come up with a playlist and give you something and not dig into what I'm going to be digging into tomorrow. And, you know, this is what I think about rehearsal dinners and DJs. I just don't think we have to be there. I don't think we need to be there. If the person has a coordinator, usually the coordinator has already discussed everything with the bride and groom. Then they do the rehearsal as far as all the movement and stuff that's going to take place. And then day of, if you get there early enough, which I usually do about 3 hours to 4 hours before, I talk to the coordinator. She lets me know we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Bada bing, bada boom. You get it done. Simple as that. I don't need to be at the rehearsal dinner. I really don't, because I can either be DJing that night for another function, or, you know, just doing something else. I just really think that this is a waste of time for DJs. I mean, that whole karaoke thing, I mean, can you imagine? Maybe it's just because I don't rock with karaoke like that anymore. I think I'm completely done with karaoke. But when she asked about it, I just like cringed. I was like, oh, no, I don't do that anymore. We don't do that. No rehearsal dinners. But I'm curious, how many of you guys actually DJ for the rehearsal dinner or do something or show up or are there or have input and stuff for the rehearsal dinner? Like, do you bring your small setup so you can play the songs that they're going to be coming out to so they can have the right music? I mean, there's so much technology now. They, like I said, again, they don't need you. They can use their phone to play the song on YouTube and they can walk down the aisle. They really don't need you. But do you guys still do it? And if so, what do you do there? I know I get a lot of brides and couples who say that they give speeches and they eat and all that stuff. But I mean, if you want to party, you probably shouldn't be partying hard the night before and stuff anyway, if everybody's got to get up, if everybody's got to be available the next day, because we're already going to turn around and party again. I mean, unless the whole week was a party, unless you didn't have a bachelor party. I just don't understand why a DJ would have to be at the rehearsal dinner. I don't understand the point of a DJ at the rehearsal dinner. I mean, am I missing something here? Is there an opportunity for a DJ there? Is there? Or maybe I'm overlooking that. But I do get requests for this. It's not in any of my packages. I don't offer it and stuff at all. I just let the couple know, no, we don't really, show up for the rehearsal. We'll go over everything about a week out from the event. And then we'll talk to the day of coordinator and we're good. And if they don't have a coordinator, then they know exactly who they have and stuff there, and you just tell them based on your experience. Here's what I've seen at many weddings, because they're always ask you, what do other couples do, and you just guide them that way. But I think I may have done maybe 5 in my whole DJ career. I've probably done that's too many, 3. I've probably done 3 rehearsal dinners, and all 3 of them, in my opinion, were pointless. Absolutely pointless. Not necessary at all for what I was going to do. Not for them. It was great for them, but pointless for me. Didn't make any sense. I don't know. I just kept thinking to myself at those 3, like, why am I here? This doesn't make any sense. Why? I could be doing anything else other than this. But let me know and stuff down in the chat or in the chat and stuff, and let me know what you do for rehearsal dinner. Do you have a spot for it? What do you charge for it? Do you go to people's rehearsal dinners? Like, What do you guys do with that? I'm just curious because I don't know of any other DJ in my area that does rehearsal dinners. So maybe that's a thing someplace else. Maybe somebody told them that's what they had. Maybe there's games and stuff played there, which I definitely don't want to be a part of. I hope I don't sound bitter. Do I sound bitter? I might sound a little bitter. I hope not. Oh, man. All right, let me check the chat real quick, see what you guys are saying about that here. I'd be afraid someone bumps into this with the table. Solid doesn't move, set up 5 to 10 minutes. I also have been requested for that and mainly walk through, but if they're paying, I'll be there. Okay, well, some people are paying. If the bride, groom, bridal party pay attention, it's easy. Right, I agree. Go-Go Mogo. Wait a minute. Go-Go Mogo. I hope I said that right. YouTube doesn't give them. Wait a minute. YouTube doesn't give them lasers, Chave, ADJ, and smoke and clouds, and God to read their musical emotion. Well, yeah, true. I think what I was just trying to convey and stuff on that was, you're already going to get a show the very next day. You don't need me to give you 2 shows unless you're going to give me show-worthy money for the first one and the second one. Because I can give you a package deal. I can put together something right now for a basic package and throw in a rehearsal dinner on there. But it's going to cost you. It's definitely going to cost you. All right. Hope you guys still with me now. We still got a couple good topics out there. Now, my man Cleveland Terry posted something recently. Let me pull it up here. My man Cleveland Terry posted something recently here. He posted this right here. He posted, DJs are just jukeboxes with an ego. Now, I don't think he was saying that about us. I think it was just a good meme, because I think a lot of customers think that that's what we are. We are just a person who presses these glowy buttons and it makes noises and stuff like that. So I thought about it and I said, well, let's take that a step further. So people already think that we're this thing right here, that they can take money, slide in, make a request, and play the song that they want to do. Me, myself, I take full offense to that. I take full offense and stuff to that. Me, myself. Now, I would like to think that I'm just not a person that's standing over there pressing buttons and making you have a good time. I hope that the job that I do is more exciting and stuff than that, because these jukeboxes, you got to give them money and they play music, and that's kind of what we do. I mean, it is. In a sense, we are the soundtrack for the evening. We just are. The problem with that is that people this is why they don't pay the DJ as much as we should make based on all the stuff that we have to do to prep, is because they think we're one of these things here. That, a DJ can just put together something real quick and come out there and it'll just be all great. No, it's not that. I'm catering an entire second half of your wedding to you specifically that, little Sarah and stuff didn't get last week. Sarah and Clark didn't get that last week, but you're getting this one this week. You're getting a completely customized version of a reception from us. And I don't think they recognize that, so they look at it like, it's just the DJ. That's the person I'll worry about the least, when it's actually the person that they should worry about the most. I told you guys a while back that I've only had about a few brides that understood that. Couples think that the reception is based on the scenery and all that stuff. It's not. All that stuff comes secondary to the time that they had. Nobody is going to go home in the evening and talk about how good your flowers look, other than maybe your grandparents or the older folks. Nobody's going to go home and tell you how good the tablecloth and linens and stuff looked. Nobody's going to go home and tell you how the cake and stuff looked. You know what they will go home and talk about? That was the greatest party I've ever been to. That was the best reception ever. The music was incredible. That's what they will talk about. Or that music was terrible. That DJ sucked. That's the stuff that they're going to talk about. So I think that we are way more and way past being a jukebox. There's no way that that can just be the basic standard and stuff for us, because that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. Sometimes we're the coordinator. Sometimes we are the handyman, the cleanup guy, the help me during the downtime, the person that makes sure that there's no silent moments. I mean, think about that. When you come to a reception, there are really no silent moments and stuff during that time. Somebody's either talking on the mic or music is playing. You know, you don't get that and stuff by somebody just standing behind the booth and you think that they've just come with something already pre-made. This stuff is all customized, and this stuff takes time. It takes effort. That's why we sit down and I wouldn't sit down with any couple and have any meetings if I was a jukebox. Why would I need to? If I'm just going to do what I want to do and push a button here and push a button here, I mean, I don't need to talk to you to do that. I don't. I could just play whatever, but I sit down, I ask questions, and I talk about the event, talk about what I can do, talk about what their expectations and stuff are, because we're more than that. We are the party. We are the memory. I mean, you give your crowd, the wedding is for you guys and the reception is for your guests. It just is. And if you want your guests to have a good time, you have to give them great music. And how do you get that? The DJ has to give you that. So all I'm saying is, the next time somebody tells you, oh, I had another DJ that I paid them $600. Oh, that's great. That's great. That's what he accepted. Or that's what that young lady accepted if it was a girl DJ. But a good quality DJ should be paid quality amount. Should be. And this is why we need to all be on the same scale whenever we are trying to raise these prices. We definitely do, because how are we going to battle these bands? They don't call a band a jukebox. How are we going to battle these bands if everybody is in a price range that ranges from some ridiculous amount, from like a $500 DJ all the way up to a $2,200 DJ? That spectrum is too wide. We got to shrink that down. We got to at least make everybody pay a minimum of $900 to $1,000 for a wedding. At least the minimum. Got to. It's worth. If you don't think your time is worth that, then you would charge less. But all the work and everything that I put in these events, I'm sorry, I'm not the DJ for you if I can't accommodate you. I am not a jukebox. Let me know in the comments and stuff down below what you guys think. Let me know in the chat and stuff what you guys think. Again, this is not a rub against Cleveland Terry at all. He put up a great meme and he wanted to start a conversation. And I just saw it and I just said, you know what? That's what these couples think we are. That's what they think we are. And we have to show them otherwise. But these little things right here, that's what you get for your little bars and stuff like that. That's why I don't like playing bars. You got this. Go pay that. If you can find some ones. All right, let me check the chat out. Let's see here. Let's check the chat out. That's why DJs don't have to be 20s. We got to center attention all times, right? Because as soon as we mess up, who they pointing to? As soon as the audio messes up, who they pointing to? Music cut off. Who they looking at? Honestly, I've been saying the same thing for years. DJ is one of the most important things at a wedding. We are the whole entertainment. There you go. Right there on the screen. Can't say it any better. The only ones better than DJs are those who are rare bands. Yeah, and see, we're competing with these bands and stuff. Like, I mean, I'm glad that everybody is getting a check and playing music and doing what they love, but we're in direct competition and stuff for these bands. We really are. Like, we've got to be able to differentiate ourselves. And if everybody just thinks, oh, well, I can pay one DJ and I can pay another DJ, you got to make them sadly mistaken. You got to. Otherwise, we are all in the same box. Why should I pay you $1,500 if I just paid Joey over here $600 and he did the same job? Because he didn't do the same job. He didn't do the same job as me. So, wait a minute. Does that make me sound like I have an ego? Maybe that's what Cleveland Terry was talking about. I just thought about that. Does that make me sound like? No, I think I'm just passionate. I think that was a passionate answer. That wasn't an ego thing. I've done a lot of weddings. I don't like that. I don't. All right. Y'all don't go get on Cleveland and stuff for that, man. Don't do that. If y'all not following Cleveland Terry, man, go follow him. He gives so much great information. Make sure you follow Cleveland Terry. That's my guy. Okay. Oh, let's see here. I've done that. Where else could I possibly go? All right, next topic. Let's close this thing out right with this, all right? Next topic, new music. Music that I think that you should be playing or have in your playlist and stuff right now. Music that worked that I just recently played at this last event, and I absolutely love how it sounds. So I made sure I made me a quick little list, and I think it's like 5 songs or something like that, okay? So stick with me here. And some of it's not new, but I just put new because, it'll be new for the fall. How about that? New for the fall. All right. First song up. Bongos. Even the clean version's tough to play, but it's a catchy beat. Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion got bongos and stuff out, and I actually had to listen to this song about 3 times before it actually was like a head nod. I actually didn't nod the first time I was trying to listen for words. I couldn't understand it the first time. Then the second time, I kind of understood it, and I was like, okay, those lyrics are pretty bad. And then the third time I listened to it, it actually, like the beat and stuff, actually I caught on. I did play it and stuff this past weekend. Of course, nobody really knew it or anything like that, but I was just playing it just to see how I can mix it, and it is very mixable. Very, very mixable. So definitely add bongos with Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. All right, let's see here. Next up, we've got Dua Lipa, Dance the Night Away. Now, this one is a great one maybe for like later in your dinner background or something like that. I don't know if it could be in your opening set and stuff as well, just because it talks about dancing. Maybe if you can get one that does the chorus and stuff first, but Dua Lipa always goes over well and stuff with most couples. So and I think this is from like the recent Barbie movie or something like that. So yeah, definitely add this one and stuff to your list. But like I said, I believe this one should either be played end of dinner or first, the opening dance set. I think it would fit in good there. When I played it, it just kind of gave me that vibe. Like, this is not This is not Harder Tonight music right here. This is definitely not Harder Tonight. This is opening. You know, older people can dance to this because it's got really like a little disco-y feel and stuff to it. So I would definitely add this one from Dua Lipa. Now this next one and stuff on here, this is definitely Harder Tonight. This song right here, as the kids say, slaps. Man, these new words and stuff, I can never get used to saying that word. This thing slaps. What do you mean slaps? Pitbull, Lil Jon, Jumpin'. It takes a version of House of Pain, Jump Around, and it kind of makes it a little bit more modern with some bass. If you've got a subwoofer, you definitely play this song here. I know this song was, big over the summer and the spring and the summer. But you didn't have a lot of weddings. If you're like me, you didn't have a lot of weddings to really showcase this song. But this will definitely be a fall banger for me. I am going to really play into this song, and you can actually play, you can play like the beginning of like Jump Around with this, or you can kind of tease Jump Around with this because it's got the same style beat and stuff to it. So find a few versions and stuff of this if you can. A lot of these songs and stuff are on, on Heavy Hits, and I found a few on BPM Supreme. But Heavy Hits, I got a lot of great music from Heavy Hits recently. And I got a lot of great music from BPM. I only got one or two from Direct Music Service this week, but I was definitely heavy on Heavy Hits, no pun intended, and BPM Supreme. But I have links and stuff down below for anybody who wants to get some of these songs and get some of these record pools and stuff here. So you can definitely use my link and everything down below. But Pitbull, Lil Jon, Jumpin'. I'm sure you guys probably already had that. All right, next. Busta Rhymes and B.I. Beach Ball. This one just needs to be in your crates. This reminds me of classic Busta Rhymes. Now, I am a Busta Rhymes fan. I love Busta Rhymes. I wish I can incorporate him more, but not enough people in this area rock with him enough for me to incorporate that. But I am going to come up with some creative ways to throw him in there. I love Busta Rhymes, and this one just reminds me of some classic Busta Rhymes here. So definitely add Busta Rhymes Beach Ball. It's a little tough to get this song right now for some reason. At the time of me filming this, it's a little tough, but I'm sure that this song will be more available as time goes by. But it is a great song. So definitely add that. Definitely add that. All right, we're going to keep this thing rolling. All right, this next one is kind of, this one right here, man. Let me just tell you. Doja Cat, and you guys are going to have to stay with me here. I may be the only one that says this. Don't look at Doja Cat as a person, and this is the same thing I say about Kanye West. Don't look at Doja Cat as what she portrays and stuff on her social media, because you'll get turned off by her. This young lady's production team is absolutely amazing. Her last album had like 9 to 10 hits and stuff on it. This song right here is so catchy. It's got, it's kind of weird, the stuff she's saying and stuff on there, but her cadence and stuff on the song is great. And I absolutely love the style on the song. Like, it's so catchy. Sometimes I'll just find myself, humming it, and it just it's just produced really, really well. If you do not have Doja Cat Paint the Town Red, you need this song. This song is fantastic, and it's a vibe, man. If you could find spots to put this thing in, it blends really well. It's got a great intro. You can find an intro in and out on BPM Supreme, and I think Heavy Hits has it as well. But this song right here is a must add in my opinion. All right. Last, Missy Elliott. And I must have missed this song. I truly did. I think I missed this song. This song, and I didn't get the words and stuff on here, but it's called Throw It Back. Okay. Another great song from Missy Elliott. It's an older song. It's, I think it's back from 2018 or 19 or something like that, but it's called Throw It Back by Missy Elliott. It is absolutely fantastic. I heard it on satellite radio, and I guess I just never came across it and stuff before, and it was playing. I was like, oh my gosh, like what is this? And I was just vibing to it the whole time. It is a great track. It needs to be added to your playlist. But it's Missy Elliott, Throw It Back, and it's from this album right here. So if you need to find it a little bit further, if you don't remember, it's from this Iconology album. So definitely check it out. It's called Throw It Back by Missy Elliott. And that is your hot music and stuff that's out right now. Once I get a few of these lists and stuff going, I try to, let you guys know I'm always listening to music, always downloading music. And when I'm in my vehicle, I listen to satellite radio because I cannot stand to listen to regular radio. I just can't. Regular radio just plays the same tracks over and over and over again. At least satellite give me a variety. So definitely check out those tracks, add them to your playlist, and make sure that you use them soon. And like I said, any links and stuff you need for music and stuff, I have some links and stuff down below for you to be able to use to jump on some record pools and get to downloading. All right. So that was all that I had. That's all that I had to be able to present and stuff to you guys. I'll probably do I can do about 13 minutes. I'll get off of here at 5 till so that I can be ready for my Zoom call here, but we'll do some questions. If you guys have questions, just throw a question and stuff in the chat, and I will try to get to it and answer it as fast as I can. Next week is such a busy week for me, but I am still going to deliver a show for you guys next week. We'll be back at the regular time. Unless you guys like this 6 o'clock time, let me know down in the chat or in the comments and stuff here whether or not you want me to move to 6. Does this help people? I mean, I see we got a good bit in attendance and stuff here. I mean, does this help this 6 o'clock time? I don't mind it, I guess. 6 might be all right. I can switch up my advertisement and stuff for it. But any questions, please leave them in the chat and let me know in the chat whether or not you enjoy the 6 o'clock time period that we get on here and turn up, really. Let me see what else I got coming up next. So when I was putting together this show and stuff this week, I saw that Instagram is going to eventually allow me to be able to go live with this program. So while I'm doing it, it'll just go live on IG. So if you don't follow me yet on IG, go to IG, follow DJ JayBook, and here it is right here. And follow me because I'll be able to do lives and stuff on there. So you'll be able to watch me on IG, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. That's coming soon. As soon as they, I guess they're doing a beta version of allowing people to be able to test it out. As soon as they allow me to be able to do it, I'll be going live on all 4 of those platforms. So hopefully. Okay, it looks like we got a couple of questions in the chat. Let me get a drink here. All right. Let's see what we got here. on. Let me get rid of this. Hold on. There we go. All right, Daniel Rodriguez. Lately, I've been getting brides and grooms asking for 7 to 8 hour weddings. Just curious if this is a trend or something like that. No, to be honest with you, Daniel, if you're getting brides that are asking for that long, I think brides are starting to catch on to the fact that they are not getting enough dance time and stuff with these 5 and 6 hour weddings. Because if you think about it, you take the ceremony, which is people arrive 30 minutes before, ceremony's 20 minutes, there's an hour. Then they take photos and they have cocktail hour, there's an hour. Then they have introductions and dinner, there's an hour. Then we dance for like 2 hours. And then it's time to exit. So there's 5 hours and stuff right there. If you add 6, it's great, but 7 and 8, I think the people are starting to realize that they're just not getting enough time. So you may have to do a 3 hour set or a 3.5 hour set, which would be great to me. I would love it, because sometimes I feel like I have to squeeze songs in, I have to go so fast, I have to quick mix like crazy. Only because I can't get there every song I want to. But if I had 3 hours, man, that would be great. So it might be a trend. Who knows? It might be. Charge accordingly, though. Charge accordingly, my friend. All right. Good question. Next up, what gear you carry with you currently? Briefly, gear. Well, I have 3 setups, so I'm not quite sure what you mean. You may have to go to one of my gig logs and see all the different stuff I have on there, but my speaker setup is the Maui 44 G2s from LD, and I use the Rev 7 controller. I also have S11 from Pioneer and 2 Rain 12s. MK2s, Rain 12 MK2s, and I have a DDJ 1000 SRT. I've got Focus Spot 4Zs. I've got Shed wash lights, moving heads. I've got NO Spot Pros moving heads. I've got both lighting, up lighting. I've got both lighting, basic lighting. I've got Chave Wash FX2s. I've got a good bit of stuff. I've got 2 Rockville stands. I've got a lot of stuff. Somebody called me yesterday or 2 days ago and asked me for like all of my QSC speakers to be able to do a tailgating event. So I'll be renting out like six speakers and an old mixer to be able to do that. But that's what I go. That's what I go with. My QSCs are the KW122s, the ones that I used recently at my event. I also have the subwoofers, the 181s, KW181s, and I have the KW123. I want to say it's kind of like a little bit like almost like not a tower, but like the tallest standing one that's in between the 122 and the subwoofer. The next one that's larger than that, I have 2 of those. I hope that answers it. All right, any more questions? Got about 5 minutes. I can take a few more questions if you want to throw those in the chat. Don't forget 7 p.m. EST next week, going back to the normal time, unless you guys put in the chat 6 p.m. because I can do 6 p.m. and stuff too. I mean, we had a good audience here for the 6 p.m. portion, and I did that on the fly. I didn't know I was going to have to do that until earlier today. So any more questions? Please let me know. I've got 3 functions and stuff next week. So gig log should be back in 2 weeks. Hopefully I slaughter the 3 gigs that I have next week. So I'll be editing those and getting those back on. So you should have some gig logs to be able to see me do my thing again. I know it's been a long time since I've had a gig log. And that's for very good reasons, because you got to have gigs to do the gig logs. But summertime, the dry summertime is over, and we are back. We are every weekend and stuff again. And it's going to be a crazy fall into the winter, into the spring, into the summer is when I'll be able to rest it again. Anybody else? Anybody else? I'll give it one more second here before I go ahead and exit out. Thank you all again for coming to the show. Man, I really appreciate that. Look at those numbers. That's great. That's good stuff there. Anybody? All right. All right, we'll go ahead and call it and stuff then. That's cool. All right, guys. So we really appreciate you guys coming out this week. See you guys again next week, 7 p.m. EST. On this channel, follow me on Twitch, follow me on IG for all the latest and greatest. I'll always announce whether or not the show is going to be happening on IG. That is the most current and up-to-date information that I can provide you with. So we will see you all again next week. Have a good week, and make sure you're living to strive, not to survive. We'll see you again. Peace, people.